Well, I'm Ken Stika, and up until recently I owned the Great Salt Lake Guitar Company. My son Ree was taking that over as the first of the year, and I find myself gainfully unemployed. So I've got a lot of time to build guitars now, which, if I get serious for a minute, I definitely am not unemployed. I've got lots of work to do. I've been building instruments for a little over 30 years. After all this time, I'm still passionate about it. I'm never without a longing to create and build. My wife and I came out of Alaska in '79, and I had broken ribs, and we were walking the streets here of Provo, and I suggested to her that I might like to try and build some instruments. And she said, "Well, you don't even play." And I agreed, I don't play, but I said it's a different skill. I checked a book out of the Provo Library, Constructing the Mountain Dulcimer by Dean Kimball. That just looked like something I'd like to do, so I followed the book and built a few instruments in the Hotel Roberts where we were staying, and a woman from Mississippi paid me the honor of purchasing one of my first instruments. I'm a darn awful guitar player, and almost everybody's a little bit surprised at that, but you kind of have to take the package the way it is. I'm known for building nice guitars. I appreciate the fact that people want those things. Nobody comes here to listen to me play guitar. And that always brings additional questions. Well, how can you build if you can't play? It's very common and for people to have the expectation that if you're a builder that you play. But there are a lot of fine builders who do not play guitar. Their skills are on the other side of the bench, and they get joy out of it, and you know, that's what part of life is about. If you can get joy in your work, you're very lucky. The downside of it, honestly, is because these are put together the way they are, there's little things about each instrument that if you're building 2 or 3 instruments, you always have them in your mind. And they're just little things that you need to pay attention to, little special things that an instrument needs, you know. When you get 15 deep, you lose that sensitivity, and I'm willing to acknowledge it. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm going to build bad guitars, but my best guitars are the ones that I'm really attuned to when I'm building it, and I don't have this big interruption. I've just got a unique instance or situation now, because right now, for the first time, I'm building guitars full-time. I founded this business 30 years ago, and I've always worked 6 days a week and managed to fit guitar building in when I could fit it in. And now, my job is building guitars. I'm passionate about building, but it's not a recreation, it's actually a job, and you need to treat it as a job. It's just, goodness, the years have flown by.